Well, it's easy chemistry is a weird thing. If you play simply and you play predictable, you can more often than not have that chemistry and have success. And that's what they're doing. They're playing predictable. They're playing within the structure. They're already aware of the next moves because it's easy to process. They know where they're at, and they can build chemistry by just playing simple and being structured.
Walker scored the game-winning goal. He's been pretty successful during overtime. What do you think's been clicking for him?
Well, you know what? What I think's been clicking for him is how well he's played and how well he's played on the wall in critical moments. In the third period, we asked our team to iron in on the details, and we're going to gain speed through our details and our structure. But it's going to take a certain measure of grit and to be able to get pucks out and be resilient and get pucks in. And he was doing that at a pretty good clip there at the end. And you know what? I think it just kind of carried over. When you are in the moment and you're playing with detail like that, you're going to gain speed. It's just the way it works. And I think our team has understood that, what it looks like to have that success. And I think he just was able to carry that type of momentum into the 3-on-3. But let's be honest, he's got a lot of speed and he can shoot the puck, so that comes into play as well.
Considering we play Iowa again tomorrow, is there anything from tonight's game that stood out from Iowa's gameplay that the team needs to watch out for?
Yeah, I think we have to definitely be aware of what their defensive structure is. I thought they were good at the net front. They were blocking a lot of shots. I think that's a staple of their coach. I know he stresses that kind of play very well and a lot. I think we have to be aware of how they were coming through the neutral zone. There were some times there where they're trying to, get us to switch and create some confusion on our breakouts. So I think we've got to make sure that we're aware and sorting fast when we get back into the zone. But I think it really becomes a game of how much you're willing to stick to the structure. There's nothing that we need to do out of the ordinary, and we have to be a team that's able to lay a brick down one at a time and actually be okay with the boredom of consistency. Consistency can sometimes feel like it's boring, that you need to do something extraordinary, but the key is just being simple and doing what's available to you in the moment.
So, Coach, congratulations. So, how would you describe the team performance to three periods?
Well, I thought our first period was really good. In the opening, couple shifts, I thought it took us a little bit of time to kind of work through some of the kinks as a result of being off for a little while. But I thought for the most part we were good defensively. We kept them to the outside, and if we're being really honest, we got some key saves at real critical moments that gave us an opportunity to keep our speed game going.
So how was your thoughts about the defensive tonight?
Yeah, listen, we build from the back end and we try to get north, but our D-men are big, strong, fast. They're able to move the puck. They're able to have poise. At the blue line, they were making a lot of, puck touches that kept the play alive. We've got to find a way to penetrate through the inside, get some more screens, and be able to really get to their goalie a little bit more.
So how was your mindset during the overtime, the 5-minute overtime?
Well, you know what? You could sense a little fatigue on their end. I thought that we carried the momentum in the third period, through our power plays and then through some of our strong play, just being able to get pucks in behind their D and forcing them to break out against us. So I felt like we were starting to wear the opposition down. And I know that in a situation when you're down for 4 minutes, you're having to use a lot of their key players. So their key players are guys that they had to use in overtime, and I think we just found a way to wear them down a little.
So in the first period was 0-0, and in the second period was 1-1. So what adjustment did you make after the scoreless first period?
really there wasn't much of an adjustment. It was just to make sure that our guys were focused on what gives us success. And we build a lot of speed through our structure. So I wouldn't say it was an adjustment. I would say that it was more of an improvement. We dialed in on our structure and we were able to gain speed from it.
And then how do you feel about the fans today? The people who was here and support you guys. Do you have anything to tell them?
Honestly, we're so encouraged by, our fans and how much they have been supporting us. And I think I was talking to our PR director, and you could see that, the numbers are up, and he was excited about it. And so I commend the fans for supporting us. I commend our PR team and everybody that's involved for doing a good job. It's we're all connected in this thing, so I appreciate everybody.
During overtime, what's been clicking?
I don't know. I've always liked 3-on-3. There's more space. I like to just get a bunch of speed. It's kind of more my game, I guess. And I've been fortunate that some of them have went in, so that's always nice.
You had a 3-game winning streak right now. You also swept Calgary a couple weekends ago. What do you think this game tonight kind of jumped this hurdle for the team?
For sure. I mean, you gotta be able to win all sorts of games. It's when you're down, when you're up, overtime. So any win is nice, and it's nice that we got kind of a streak going. So hopefully we can keep that going. I thought we just we played steady. I mean, we got into a little trouble with penalties, but our 5-on-5 play was really good tonight, and I thought that we kind of were all over them, and we stayed with it, and it was nice to get a win.
And then what was the main focus to this game? Your main focus?
I mean, obviously to get a win, but I think just playing smart, playing above pucks, and kind of just smothering them, and I thought we did that well.
Can you explain a little bit the first period and then the second period?
Yeah, I thought our first period was really good. I thought we dominated and we were all over them, and I thought we kind of pulled back a little bit in the second. We got into some penalties there that gave us a little trouble, but we stayed with it, and we finished strong there.
And then what do you think should be improved heading to tomorrow's game?
I think we kind of we stay with it. We kind of play how we've been playing it. We stay above pucks. We need to stay out of the box, and I think that will get us a win tomorrow.
And then how do you feel about the defensive?
Yeah, our defense. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Our defense are really good, and I thought we closed quick in the D zone, and we didn't really give them much besides on power plays, and we got to continue to do that.
And also, you guys, we went to the overtime, 5 minutes. How was your mindset that moment on the 5 minutes overtime?
Yeah, I love overtime. I mean, it's exciting, and anything can happen. So, we just I try to get some speed going there, and try to get out of net, and it was good. Luckily, it went in.
So, do you think the crowd helped you guys to get the overtime to win?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, every time the crowd is into it, we're into it, and when they're loud and giving us energy, it gives us energy. So it always helps to have that.
So do you have anything to say, any message to tell the fan who was here and support you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we love it. We're very grateful for our fans, and we appreciate them coming out every night. And just what they do for us is awesome, and it allows us to go out there and have fun and play how we can play.